Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Manchester is My Heaven. Great win there, 1-0 win away at the Bridge against Chelsea. Fantastic win. Always good to turn on the camera after a win. Just like to thank everyone for all their support in the last video, especially the Leeds fans that really seem to enjoy that video for a weird reason. They've all come out of hiding and they found the comment section. But all jokes aside, really good to have the comments with everyone and interaction. We really enjoyed it. Even the banter with the all-time Leeds fans. So yeah, love a bit of that. But no, getting on to today's game, really professional. 1-0 win away. I think Steve Holland deserves a lot of credit for that. It wasn't sexy football, but it was the performance that we needed to progress towards the Champions League. I don't care how we won today. It could have come off Dallow's forehead. Not knowing anything about it, I'll take anything. Going forward, is it going to set the world alight? I don't think so. But 3 points towards the Champions League and a 6-pointer. 10 points clear of Chelsea now, and the Europa League places. Massive, massive result. Key standout performance for me today. Goes without saying, Bruno Fernandes. We know how good he is. We know what he can do. Great assist for Cunha. Lovely finish. Not Cunha's greatest ever game in United shirt, but I don't care. He scored. He did his job, and he worked hard, put the performances in. Yeah, his ball retention wasn't fantastic today. It's not going to be every game. It was a tough away day against an inexperienced Chelsea team, but 3 points is 3 points, isn't it? I know Bruno got the man of the match on BT, but for me, or TNT as it's now known, for me, Kobbie Mainoo, what a difference he made today for us. I've commented in recent weeks saying he looks heavy, but today he seemed to play with a freedom. He seemed to be into every challenge. He was everywhere, all over the pitch. Every bit a shuttler that he should be today. Winning ball, moving it from side to side, and more important, vertical passing forward, breaking the lines. Really bought us a lot of time, especially when Chelsea were on top for large periods of the game. Frustrated them. Yeah, for me, he was a 9 out of 10 today. I can't ask much more from a shuttler from that. Going forward into the summer, you look for a partner for him, or you look for someone to rotate with him. And I think he's nailed down that shuttler position for me. People talk about Wharton as a similar player. I think Wharton's a bit more all action than Kobbie, but they did play a little bit similar today. But I think Wharton would be a great option to rotate in and out with him, potentially over someone like Baleba. Casemiro again, solid. Midfield turned up today, like I said last week. I think we turned it on a little bit more against Chelsea. Very, as I've already said, an experienced Chelsea team. Young lads who, let's say, their confidence is very, very fragile at the minute, and it was very evident to see it. I wouldn't say I feel sorry for the Chelsea fans because we've gone through it, but they've got a very, very inexperienced manager there who you can't blame him for taking the job, but he hasn't earned his stripes to take a job like that. Not nowhere near, especially with a team that young. The heads went down. They still kept trying, but you can see they get frustrated. They brought a certain, I can't remember what his name is now, Argentinian on. Again, that was a classic Garnacho performance. We used to see it week in, week out at United. And it goes to show the old adage, ability is one thing, attitude is absolutely everything. He's a player that he had the world at his feet when he first came into the United team. Raw, ill-disciplined, but raw. Had good mentors to learn off in Ronaldo. I wouldn't so much say Rashford, but thought he was above his station too much too soon. Thought he could leave United and better himself. Didn't work for Amorim. And you can see the Chelsea fans, they won't back him like United fans did. They want success now. They're used to big players, especially since 2004, coming in and hitting the ground running at Chelsea, and they're not going to give someone like Garnacho time to settle. They're really, really not. They're frustrated with Pedro Neto, who I think is levels above him. He made Dalot look like Cafu, but as I said, Dalot had to put the performance in. You can only play what you're against, and Dalot was a good 7 out of 10 for me today. I think, for a change, he really stepped up. I think his on the ball play was a lot cleaner than usual. Some nice forward passes from him, some good forward runs, and he recovered well. I think the team selection today was a lot better from Carrick. Sesko wasn't great retaining the ball. He had some nice moments on the ball, creativity in one of two of our flurrying forward attacks. I think he played some nice stuff interlinking, but again, wasn't his best ever game in the United shirt. It was a very Chicharito-like performance from him, where I think he was waiting for that dead ball to drop for him to try and slot one home. Didn't come for him, wasn't happening. And yeah, I completely agree with Carrick subbing him. I think about 80 odd minutes when he went off. So the legs came on. I think Mount did well. For FPL reasons, I'll take Mount booting the ball away to get a booking off Bruno. But yeah, it was a really, really good stalwart performance. As I said, I think Steve Holland, Carrick, Woodgate and Evans deserve a lot of credit. Really organised performance. It reminded me of England in tournament mode, where organisation, clean passing out the back, and you take your one chance. A little bit of creativity, a little bit of magic from Bruno, great finish from Cunha, and yeah, I'll take that 1-0 at the Bridge all day long. I'll keep it nice and short and sweet tonight. As I said, my man of the match tonight was Kobbie. I know Bruno won it, but as I said, Kobbie Mainoo for me, really coming of age performance for him again. I think he's showing how important he is for us. Still think he's a bit heavy at times, but he did look a lot lighter today, so I'll take that every day of the week, and hopefully he can build on it. Special mentions to Heaven and Mazraoui filling in. I think Heaven is a cross between Rio and Vidic. Obviously not saying he's as good as a pair of them, but he's got the calmness of Rio on the ball and the all-action carnage of Vidic throwing himself into tackles, putting his head where I don't think a lot of people would want to put their feet. And it's great signs. For me, I think he's a little bit ahead of Yoro every time I've watched him play. That might be me. As I said, I'm not a coach, but the eye test, I prefer to watch Heaven over Yoro at the minute. I think Yoro is a little bit lightweight, and Heaven seems to suit the English game better. Maybe Yoro will, when he's fit again, hopefully next season, suit Europe a little bit more. And going forward, you're looking forward 3-4 years, maybe there'll be the partnership going forward. But tonight, Heaven was fantastic. Mazraoui again, showing what a complete footballer he is. The ability to switch positions, right back, left back. I think he's even played centre attacking mid in the Ten Hag at one point. He always does a job for us. Calm, composed, collected, just a phenomenal footballer. Sonny Lamond's in net, calms a back four down that's never played together before in that manner. Collected the crosses he needs to. He knows his angles. You look at the difference between our defence and the Chelsea defence. They've got Sanchez in net, who's very reminiscent of Onana. He's got a lot of mistakes in him, very shaky in that Chelsea defence. Young, inexperienced, doesn't look as confident. And, we managed to seal a win today with it. But yeah, Sonny was fantastic again. So yeah, overall, really happy with that. Massive 3 points in a 6-pointer. Don't want to say it, but it looks really, really good towards Europe now. We've got 5 games to go, so let's keep going. And let's get us in. Next win, I think it's, believe it or not, it might be Brentford. So hopefully either a draw or a win against Brentford or do me, and we move on to the Scousers then, and we'll see how we get on. Nice one. Right, I'll be back tomorrow with my dad to do a full review, and we'll have a bit more of a chat where I'm not sunburnt and full of the beers, as you can tell. So I've managed to get through this one. Up United, up the 3 points, and up the Champions League. See you later, guys.